Okay, let's see. Okay, Platyborg. Okay, FM 2377. I'll play Bishop D3 here rather than that E5 to sort of try and encourage that gambit with Bishop being on D3. But then I can play F4 anyway and get a sort of interesting gambit with the Bishop on D3. But is he taking? He's not taking, is he? I'll play F4 here. Okay, he's encouraging me to get this sort of position. So we have a sort of gambit. Oh, we can win the exchange with Queen B6. No, Rook F2. His bishop's hanging. Okay. Get this out of there though. How? Alright, I will just do that. Okay. So Bishop E3 here. It's D4 at some point. Okay. Queen E1. Queen E2. Let's get rid of this knight before it does so much damage. With, I'd say H4 and knight G3 wouldn't be very pleasant. Okay, that seems tempting, but it's giving him an E4 square for the knight. Let's E6 straight away. Or knight D4, then E6. I think it might be worth it. Might just be worth it. No, there isn't knight D4. It's not worth it. Okay, I've just given him a big E4 square for the knight. Okay, he's not using that just at the moment. His D5 slightly vulnerable. So knight E7, Queen B5, Queen D7. Ooh. Knight D4, knight D4. Knight B5 here. Bishop C5. Queen C4. That's interesting. Queen C4, and if Bishop moves knight D6, check. Now Queen C4 is not attacking that. It's all about just Bishop G1 or Rook C1. Bishop G1, F4 drops. Queen D2. How about B4 here? So Bishop B6 again, knight D6 is possible. Okay. Well, I'm taking on B5 with the Queen here. Right, take on B7 here. Knight A5. Well, there's still the pin. He's blocking his attack on A2 for the moment. Do I want to lose this F4 pawn though? Now there might be knight D4 because of that pin on the queen. Rook A2, Queen C6. Oh, he's taking, yeah. Taking on A2, Queen C6. Knight D4, Rook D4. Queen E4, maybe Queen C6, Queen E3, Knight E6. I think this might be cool. So Rook A2, Queen C6. I'm protecting G2. Wow. There's Rook D8 here for Queen A8. Rook D8. there's queen c4. Otherwise, there's queen. You know, queen takes a8. Or no, he's protecting in that way. Rook d6, rook d1. I think maybe just rook d1 or rook d3. He attacks the rook though, so why not just go for the c6 knight? I think 1 minute 56. Okay, he's a bit on the clock. Up on the clock. Right, can I go for this e6? I've got rook e2 here. Protecting g2 at the moment. I also have to go back. I'm attacking h5. Can I get the queen off this back row? Like rook d1 or something? With g6, rook d1 to d7. So rook d7 and queen b7. If g6, he's not going to play g6. How does he defend h5 though? That's a tricky one. How does he defend h5? So we're actually equal on pawns after all that. So nothing that spectacular has happened apart from his king. Hopefully, is a tiny bit weaker than mine. If g6, rook e7, it comes in quick though, this attack with queen b7 attacking and defending to get onto his 7th. Interesting. Why would he allow that? It's just queen b7. That looks too simple to me. Why would he allow this? I didn't think it was easy to answer that. But he's just gone into my dream variation, fantasy variation. What does he do about this? I got check and mate on f7. It's like 2 rooks on the 7th, but better with the queen there. It's like attacking and defending. Maybe he's shell shocked. Maybe he's had to play Lucky Anov as well this morning. Not recently. No. Queen c3. Okay, let's play check. Queen f7. That's quite a tactical game. So b4, neat. Gives me a pawn, gives me b7, then c6 is vulnerable. Goes into a pin. Use the pin, get rid of his centre pawn. It's also good for defending. After all that, we're just equal. And there's just one thing to deal with. Well, I've weakened his king position with that, because that has weakened the 7th rank, getting rid of that pawn. So I think this was a pretty... Is there some sort of elegance in this game? I think you might consider as well. Comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks very much.